I have never received so much love and kindness from anyone in my life. I also love all the Muslims from all over the world, Indonesia, Malaysia.
So I would go without thinking. I will not even close my eyes and I'll live in Indonesia. Because yes, people are suffering, and yet I have never seen sweeter smiles.
This is a Catholic church that's been here for over a century. In a world full of division, this street says everything. Islam is not what you think it
Ini
is.
gereja yang sebelahnya Masjid Istiqlal, kalau Anda silap ya.
Indonesia, and this is Islam.
Nah, betul.
Running and Islam. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna rasulullah.
Wow!
Okay,
I love you.
run.
Yeah, thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan salam persaudaraan guys. Oke guys, dahsyat banget, Eropah gemetar, nangis gila lihat Muslim Indonesia buktikan kekuatan hati tanpa lawan. Yuk kita semak dulu video ini.
Banyak orang di Eropa dulu selalu berpikir kekuatan sebuah bangsa diukur dari senjata, teknologi, atau ekonomi. Tapi mereka lupa ada satu kekuatan yang gak bisa dihitung dengan angka. Kekuatan iman dan kemanusiaan. Dan ketika mereka datang ke Indonesia, mereka nggak cuma melihat masjid yang megah atau jumlah umat yang besar. Mereka menyaksikan sesuatu yang jauh lebih dalam. Cara Muslim Indonesia hidup dengan tenang, saling bantu tanpa pamrih, dan tetap tersenyum meski diuji berat. Bagi orang Eropa, hal itu sulit dipercaya. Karena di tengah dunia yang makin individualis, Indonesia justru menunjukkan wajah Islam yang damai dan penuh kasih. Sampai banyak dari mereka yang akhirnya bilang, kami baru ngerti sekarang. Inilah arti sebenarnya dari kekuatan.
Hello everybody. This video is for all of you beautiful Muslim people. I shared how I felt, a couple of my TikToks. I just shared exactly how I felt. I was overwhelmed and I just shared from my heart. And I have never received so much love and kindness from anyone in my life. Muslims are the kindest.
Muslim adalah yang paling baik.
You guys have been sending me messages, and I guess my TikToks are getting translated into Arabic and shared elsewhere. And I don't know, you guys are something else. You guys are, you touch my heart. You touch my heart. And you guys have been sharing Quran verses with me. And as you know, I am very opposed to religion because I was in the Christian church for 11 years. And that burnt me hard. I was hurt so badly by Christianity, so badly that I never want any religion ever again, including Islam, because it scares me. Religion scares me. But I will say this. I have been reading little tiny bits of the Quran, just a little bit, because I'm scared, and I don't want to get into anything like that. But I just wanted to say thank you to you guys, and my heart goes out to you. I love you. I love the people, and I also love all the Muslims from all over the world. Indonesia, Malaysia, Africa, all over the world. You guys are messaging me, and I just, God be with you. God bless you, and thank you for your kindness. It touches my heart, and you guys have a beautiful day.
But you look at the way Islam is practiced in Pakistan, in Indonesia, in Africa, like it looks different.
Yeah, look, like the Indonesians, how did they accept Islam? The Yemenis went there as traders, their character was good, number one. Number two, the Yemenis realized that the Indonesians they loved puppet shows. So the Yemenis, they went there from Hadramaut, they went from Hadramaut to Indonesia, and then they decided to make their own, the Indonesians had their puppet shows about like old folk tales about dragons and things like that. So the Muslims decided to make puppet shows, they made their own puppets and did these shows about Islamic stories and things like that. and morals and things, and then people accepted Islam because they took.
Incredible. Dajjal comes with a river and a fire. But his river is a fire. And his fire is the cool waters of a river. So where on the face of the earth you see the green pastures. The green pastures are where you have the hard currency. The US dollar, the sterling pound, the euro. These are the green pastures. Because over here life is affluent. You're able to live in some prosperity. This is Dajjal's river. But this is in fact a fire. And over there where life is miserable, you can't even get a job. The money is worthless. People are suffering. And that looks like the fire. But that's the river. So I would go without thinking. I will not even I'll go close my eyes and I'll live in Indonesia. Because yes, people are suffering. And yet, I have never seen sweeter smiles, both from men and women. And you know, there's a difference of a word between a natural smile and the smile of a politician, you know that. The sweetest smiles I have ever seen in my life, both men and women, are in Indonesia, the poorest people. That's the purity of the heart. You look at the smile,
ada di Indonesia.
You know the heart. So too in Pakistan, in the villages, in the mountainsides, that's where you go when you want to make hijrah.
Behind me is Istiqlal Mosque, the largest mosque in
Ini
Southeast
Masjid
Asia,
Istiqlal
right
ya.
here in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Di depannya
is
ada
the largest
gereja.
Muslim country in the world, with home to 230 million Muslims, more than any other nation on earth. What's even more powerful than size is this. Right opposite the largest mosque in Southeast Asia, subhanallah, you have here.
Itu gereja tuh.
Church that's been here for over a
Gereja
century.
Katolik.
In a world full of division, this street says everything. Islam is not what you think it is. It's built on peace, tolerance, and coexistence.
This is Indonesia, and this.
Oke guys, ini antara salah satu toleransi yang paling tertinggi yang ada di Indonesia, di mana gereja dan masjid itu hanya bersebelahan guys, hanya berdepan begini. Saya sudah pernah pergi ke Masjid Istiqlal ya, memang betul-betul di hadapan itu ada gereja Katolik yang itulah. Jadi kita dapat melihat sini toleransi begitu tinggi di Indonesia, walaupun ada ratusan suku etnik yang ada di Indonesia ini. Malahan ribuan mungkin ya suku etnik, tetapi mereka masih bisa bersatu dan tidak bertelaga, dan 5 agama yang besar pun itu tetap bersatu juga di Indonesia ini. Itu yang heran ya, macam mana bisa gitu guys.
Is Islam, subhanallah.
Oh shit. Okay, what would you have?
Running
And
Islam. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna rasulullah.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you good?
Good, man. Wow,
Next time we do more, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Amazing. Don't forget to pray. God is waiting for you.
Gimana rasanya tinggal di mayoritas muslim kak? Merasa terganggu dengan suara azan nggak? Nah, aku sering sekali dapat pertanyaan ini ya sekarang. Dan pertama, saya nggak merasa terganggu sama sekali dengan suara azan. Dan bagaimana merasa tinggal di mayoritas muslim? Aku sendiri aja, sahabat saya banyak orang muslim. Yang penting kita semua saling menghormati saja.
I can't believe it's 2024 and people are still conflating Arabs and Muslims. Like, most Muslims aren't even Arab. Like, here's a thought experiment for Westerners, okay? What do you think is the most populous Muslim country? Are you thinking of an Arab country? You know, Egypt, Saudi Arabia? Well, it's actually Indonesia. And if you think Indonesia is just an outlier, then think again, because in second place is Pakistan, and in third place is India, which is especially surprising considering less than 15% of India's population is actually Muslim, and yet they're still the third most populous Muslim nation. India is just that massive. In fourth place is Bangladesh, and in fifth place is Nigeria. And yes, that does mean that of the top 5 most populous Muslim nations, none of them are Arab. It's not till we get to 6th place that we get the first Arab country, Egypt. And even then, it's the exception, not the rule, because we still have Iran and Turkey before we get to our next Arab country, Algeria. In fact, less than 15% of the total Muslim population is actually Arab. And though the vast majority of Arabs are indeed Muslim, there are still millions of religious minorities that live all across the Arab world.
Dan itulah alasan kenapa banyak orang Eropa sampai menitikan air mata saat melihat kehidupan Muslim Indonesia. Bukan karena takut, tapi karena tersentuh.
Oke guys, mereka datang dengan rasa penasaran pada awalnya, tetapi juga dengan ego yang tinggi ya ketika mula-mula. Tetapi di mata mereka kekuatan selalu diukur dari senjata, dari kekuasaan, dari yang bisa mereka menguasai siapa saja. Tapi di Indonesia mereka melihat kekuatan yang tak bisa dijelaskan logika manusia, yaitu kekuatan hati. Umat Muslim di Indonesia tidak membalas dengan amarah, tidak menantang dengan kekerasan. Mereka menjawab dunia dengan kelembutan, dengan doa, dengan kesabaran yang membuat siapapun yang menyaksikan yang hanya bisa menunduk dan menangis. Inilah kekuatan sejati, menang tanpa menyakiti, berjuang tanpa membenci, berdiri tanpa menjatuhkan. Ketika Eropa melihat umat Muslim Indonesia berbaris dengan damai, bersuara dengan hikmah, dan berdoa dengan ketulusan, mereka sadar inilah kekuatan yang sesungguhnya. Bukan kekuatan fisik ya, tetapi kekuatan jiwa mereka. Bukan kebencian, tetapi kasih dan sayang. Dan di momen ini, dunia terdiam. Mereka yang dulu memandang rendah, kini mula menangis. Dan bukan karena takut, tapi karena tersentuh di hati mereka. Indonesia membuktikan kekuatan terbesar umat bukan di tangan tetapi di dalam hati, dan itulah yang membuat dunia gemetar guys. Jadi bagaimana menurut kalian terkait dengan perkara ini? Kalian boleh komentar di ruang kolom di bawah. Sampai kita jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.